The monument, all that good shit. Man, we ain't going to see the White House.
I'm going to see the white folks shit.
Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show them
y'all do y'all boys be safe out there.
We're gonna try, man. We're gonna try.
From that young quarterback to that true team leader
all right, my boy.
that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
They'll start to drive with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Pickett will look to throw it here. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal that this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And now out come the Steelers. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On second down, this is Harris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Julian Okwara coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Presley Harvin now. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good running right there. And this is a man that was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. On is the Chargers punter now. Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 22. Harris will start the drive out. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Flushed. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's got room. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career, coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. First down, and they stick with Eckler. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 16. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you
touchdown! Xander Horvath from 3 yards out, and the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that runs up a 7-play drive all total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football?
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Running on first down, Eckler. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. What's good on the extra point? And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time,
under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking on the midfield logo.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage.
We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Here's Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
52 yards rushing for him in his first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Once more, here's Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. A final shot before the break for Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle with Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd and a yard, Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt him away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just after. line. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And
he's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh offense set to go to work once again.
So far, this has to feel like a horrible dream for him. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 interceptions.
Now, this will test him mentally. And this is going to test his mental and test his fortitude, because once you've thrown those 3, you start to feel sorry for yourself. But you can't do that. There's more football to be played. I was talking with Jason Garrett, the coach of the Cowboys, and he mentioned at one point Tony Romo threw 5 interceptions in a game, but turned out to be one of the better games he played because he rallied down the stretch and took him to victory.
Now Pickett.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Pickett now on first down.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now Pickett.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And this
this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run here with Spiller. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Spiller. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Let's look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. And now here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know.
And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover. But it will primarily matter for the statisticians as this ball game